Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Today we've got a game between Flash and EffOrt here on Oddeye. The map kind of looks like Fighting Spirit. Never cast a game on this map before, but I'm going to discover it during this game. Alright, it's got this replay off of teenliquid.net in their forums. If you want a link to that post, go ahead and hit me up at falconpaladin@gmail.com, and I will supply you with a link to that post. Alright, did we... I'm trying to remember if we speed this up. Do we have to speed this up? I'm trying to remember. Fast... Oh, we do. Fastest. That's the one. That's the one we want. Sometimes it defaults to that, and sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure what the difference is. Anyway, this game was played in 2011 as part of a Pro League versus MLG series. It looks like he played a 7-game series against Flash. I've got all the replays here. I didn't feel like casting an entire 7-game series, but if you want to put in the comments, if you're interested in seeing me do that sometime, I might give it a shot. I might go for a best of 7 here. Although, most of the comments are not interested in having me do more Brood War casting, so maybe the response to that would not be too positive. Anyway, this is EffOrt. EffOrt is a Zerg player. He is Korean. He previously played for CJ Enthus and is now retired as of 2011. Looks like he retired in 2011. Not too far after this, actually. Maybe that series with Flash took it out of him, man. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway, he got his start in 2008. That was his first televised match. He was a little bit late to the Brood War style, but he was dubbed the Neo Savior due to his early play style bearing a strong resemblance to Saviors. He became the most frequently used ace player by CJ Enthus and took third place in the 2009 GOM Classic Season 3, won BlizzCon 2009, and reached the quarterfinals of the 2009 Avalon MSL. So this dude is serious business, man. Winning BlizzCon 2009 is nothing to sneeze at. That is an incredible achievement to toss onto your resume. All right, so based on the comments I'm getting recently on my videos, I get a lot of views on these, you guys. If you're watching this and you're like, oh, Falcon's casting Brood War, I like his other stuff, let me see his Brood War too. These get like 50,000 views. I don't know. There's a lot of demand out there for Brood War remastered stuff, especially old Brood War games cast in the remastered client. I'm not sure anybody else is doing this. If there are other people, there aren't many of them, so I'm being found, and a lot of people are watching them. And the complaints I get are these. Number one, learn the game more, and I'm working on it, guys. I am. I understand that I'm not at the level of someone who's been casting Brood War professionally for the last 20 years. I understand that. I'm not going to be Artosis. I'm not going to be tasteless. I'm trying my best, and I appreciate the feedback. I'm not crying myself to sleep tonight here listening to you tell me that I could improve. I get that, and I'm working on it. The other thing is minimap awareness. People want me to really watch the minimap very, very closely. So you know what? I'm going to glue one of my eyes to this bottom left area here, and I'm going to make it a goal to not miss a single skirmish, not a single battle during this game between Flash and EffOrt. That is my promise to you, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we are gearing up for a macro-style game here. The expansion's going down very, very nicely. For Flash, he's building a bunker at the front that is metabolic boost for the Zerglings on the way too. SCV gets picked off by a drone here, just scouting really. Not really trying to harass necessarily, just here to see if there's a lair timing, and by golly, there's a lair timing out of EffOrt. This looks a bit like 2-base Muta, just with the early lair and the gas here. And the fact that he's keeping the drones on the gas after starting metabolic boost is a good indication too. We'll see if he takes that second geyser or not. All right, here we go. Lings. How many in this bunker? 4 Marines inside that bunker. I believe they could probably skirt up here, but they lose 2 or 3 Marines in the process. So this is just more of a contain. Just more of a contain out of EffOrt. Oh, the third thing is that I think I've been doing better at, actually, is just zooming out more. Zooming out to catch the entire battle. I do like zooming in, just because I think seeing the detail, especially in Remastered, is fun, but at the same time, I do understand the importance of catching the entire battle, especially in these Brood War battles that can get really big out here in the middle of the map. So I will work on that too. You have my word, and my word is my bond. Third base going down here for EffOrt in the bottom right-hand corner. This is far away from home, but it allows him to take his 4th base up here at the natural base at this 4 o'clock position, 5 o'clock position, 4:30 position. What do they call this? I don't know. It's the bottom right-hand corner is what it is. So he's allowed to take the 3rd base here, and the 4th base will be the natural, which is excellent for him. In the meantime, the Marines can't really get out of here. These Lings have speed. They're very scary, and yeah, there's the Spire. So there's the second assimilator. The Spire's on the way here, too. This is a 2-base Muta opening out of EffOrt. Ling trying to actually can hit this SCV, harvesting at this far mineral field. Marines are going to chase him away. The one thing about being too far zoomed out is we don't get the sound effects as much. If you zoom all the way out like you can in the remaster, this is my favorite trick, by the way. If you haven't seen this before, welcome. Welcome to how far you can zoom out in Remastered, you guys. It's really, really fun. But I think when the people have said you need to zoom out more, they did not intend for it to be this far out. So we're going to do regular Brood War style zooming out. So you're checking for a third base of flash. There's not one, but there's a Marine push out. Nah, just clearing their front door. Get off my porch, you Zerglings. Say the Marines. The Lings try to sneak in the backside while the Marines are away. And look, medics. Somebody was asking about medics the other day. Oh, what game was it? I get a lot of comments on my Brood War videos, and sometimes like months and months after they've posted. I guess they're getting suggested a lot. But somebody asked, where the heck are the medics, Falcon? And I said, I see them. Flash uses them, and he does. See? Medics are here. Medics are what made Bio viable. StarCraft Bio really wasn't that great in vanilla StarCraft because the Marines had stim, but they could never heal up from the damage they took from stim. It was not ideal. And then medics came in Brood War, and Terrans were much happy. Their race was a lot more viable at that point. All right, Marines stimming in, trying to pick off these medevacs. One does go down. The Marines coming from the backside. The Lings surround with the Marines. Yeah, Ling Muta. Too much for this, and the medics are going to die. They can heal each other very well. But eventually, there's just too much damage, and the Mutas are out. Mutas are out. There aren't that many of him. He's not committing to a ton. Also, some fire bats sneaking down this way. Have we seen fire bats in Remastered yet? I don't know that we have. They look kind of great. Kind of. Look at him taking down those dudes. Mutas. This is a skirmish. Skirmish up here. Gonna check that out. This fire bat's gonna try to kill all of the things of EffOrt in the bottom right-hand corner. Does get a drone. Whoosh, whoosh. He was stimming. Oh yeah, he's very low on HP. He dead. What? Nope, he's not dead. He is not dead. Mutalisks continue to harass. This guy eventually is gonna fall down. Trying to keep an eye on both of these simultaneously. What's gonna pop out here? Something. Something's gonna pop out of this egg, and the answer is, why can't I select the egg? I don't know. Zerglings. Zerglings got him. Got him quite nicely. And still no third base from Flash. That's what the 2-base Muta can do. They can really keep a Terran player from expanding very, very quickly, but you got to do a lot of damage with the Mutas too. And I mean, EffOrt did shut down that initial push from Flash extremely well. Double missile turret here. The Muta's coming into the mineral line a little bit. And look at this. SCV's getting pulled, recognizing this is an extremely dangerous situation. The SCVs are getting out of there. The Muta's heading on home. A counterattack by Flash. He says, you're going to try to kill my SCVs. I will march across the map and I will kill everything that you have. How does that sound, Mr. EffOrt? And the answer is not super good. Not super good. The Mutas come out to do some harassment on the Marines, stimming and stacking very, very nicely here is EffOrt. But again, at this stage, he's been playing professionally Brood War for 3 years, so I think he's okay. He knows how to stack. That no, that's Sunken Colony. Yeah, Sunken Colony is at the natural base. Yes, the natural base of EffOrt. Heading down to the third. This is the traditional timing, 8 or 9 minutes for an attack, whether Protoss or Terran, to this third base, which again is usually pretty far away for the Zerg player and really hard for him to defend. He doesn't have Nidus Canals yet. Another push here from Flash, looking a little bit scary for the Zerg player. It is 75 to 50 total supply. Flash is up. Generally, Zerg not going to have that much supply in Brood War, but still, it's not looking great for him. He needs lurkers now, and I don't think is he going to have them? He's got lurker aspect is being researched right now, but he doesn't have any lurkers yet. That is a Queen's Nest going for the Hive, but is Flash going to allow him to get to Hive is the question of the day. Muta's picking off Marines, trading from Mutas though. Ugh, not great. Not great with the trades. Ling, Sunken Colony, starting to whittle down the units at the front here. Muta's trying to flank from the right side. One of the Sunken Colonies is down. More and more units stimming across the map to try to assist. Hydra popping out immediately, just getting obliterated. Obliterated? I want to say butchered and obliterated at the same time, and it turned into obliterated. Look at this Queen's Nest taking fire. Goodbye, Queen's Nest. Hive's already on the way, so it doesn't stop the Hive from finishing here, but Flash with a very, very scary timing attack here at 9.5 minutes. Can he? EffOrt? No, EffOrt's out. EffOrt with a good game. He is out at 9 minutes, and this is going to be a sneaky twofer. Sneaky, sneaky twofer from the Falcon Paladin between Flash and EffOrt. Let's see if EffOrt can do a little bit better in game number 2. The 2-base Muta just didn't do enough damage to Flash. He didn't have the lurkers out nearly in time. He had a couple morphing in, but nope, not in time there for the Marines and the medics to show up and finish the job. Any upgrades on these guys? I don't know if they did have any upgrades. Is there an engineering bay? There's one in production. But yeah, just unupgraded Marines. Well, with Stim. Okay, they had Stim. Stim and medics. That was all she wrote. Okay, game 2 is going to come up next after this. Stick with me for just a second. Welcome back to your Sneaky Twofer with Falcon Paladin for StarCraft Remastered. Game number 2 will be held on Odd Eye. Yes, I misled you in game number 1. That was Fighting Spirit. And this is actually Odd Eye. You might have seen the message right here a couple seconds ago saying that it is Odd Eye. All right, so game number 2 here between EffOrt and Flash. Can EffOrt get his revenge on his Terran nemesis, or is Flash just going to 2-0 in this little sneaky twofer? The answer will come soon. In the top left-hand corner, we have the white Zerg player this time. His name is EffOrt. I figured out how come it weirds me out that the egg hatching sound doesn't make noise in Brood War. It's because in StarCraft 2 it does. They managed to get the eggs hatching sound, making sounds in the StarCraft 2. And still not get the Goliath online and the sounds of other units being created. So I don't know what the difference is. Probably a decision of some kind at some level made by somebody who's more important than I am. Way more important than I am. What is this? Ah, drone. Drone heading on out. Are you scouting? I think you're scouting because your expansion's right here, dude. Are you ninja expanding fast? Probably not. This has to be a scout. You really do want to scout Flash and see what he's up to because he's so dang scary. So dang scary. Just the precision, just the sheer precision of this guy. All right, so yes, drone coming out. If you don't know how to do that, right-click on the unit, and it will center it on your map in the remastered client, and then you can just follow it around and watch it do stuff without having to move the mouse at all. It's really pretty great. Another SCV pulled off the line to deal with this harassment. We can zoom in for this, right? We're not going to miss anything. Zoom, zoom. All I want to do is zoom, zoom, zoom. Nothing going back at home for EffOrt. Is he saving up? Yeah, he's saving up for expansion before he tosses that sucker down. And there it is, expansion. On the way back home, nothing much to see there. This drone is really avoiding damage fairly well. He's taking a couple hits. Ah, I jinxed him. Jinxed him. Took a couple hits there from the SCVs. But this barracks is going to come up. It is delaying Flash just a tiny bit. And also forcing him to lose the mining time from 2 SCVs instead of just the one, which is super annoying. Plus, he is scouting with an SCV of his own here on Odd Eye. And spawning pool. Boom! Spawning pool timing. Excellent there from EffOrt too. So he can macro back home. He can harass at the front. That is what players at this level have to be able to do. If your harass is really good, but you forget to make stuff back home, you're never going to make it to the professional ranks of StarCraft of any kind. I can promise you that much. And now there's someone who's like, but Falcon, remember this guy who was really good at all-ins, but isn't really great at macro? Well, no. Sure, there are some players who are like that, really good at all-in timings and cheese and stuff, but they never actually do have much success at the other levels of StarCraft higher than that. Is that a Kakaru? I want to say that is. Can't see it, though. Right, can't see it. Marine chasing this drone around. The jukes. The jukes. Drone trying to get back in for that scout. Marine says, no. He's going to make it, though. You can make it in. What are you stopping for? I guess did he just want to scout this base? He might have seen the base on the way. Overlord sees it regardless, and then gets up to the high ground for the Marines can kill him. Macro hatch coming up for EffOrt. Don't see that a lot in the early stages of the game. So macro hatching here on the Odd Eye. Drone heading on back home. SCV still scouting stuff. Overlord hanging out at the front. Nothing really crazy going on right now. That is another barracks for our Terran player. And since there's the refinery. I was going to say, when's he going to get his refinery? And the answer is now. The answer is right now. So, got the gas coming in on one of the Vespine geysers. Got the macro hatch. Still no sign of a lair. I don't think he has had the gas required to do it quite yet. So that makes a lot of sense. SCV scouting can do this. Is he skipping speed? Ah, looks like he is. Looks like he's skipping speed for whatever he's doing. There's the lair timing. As soon as he had the requisite 100 Vespine gas, he went for the lair. And he's getting a second gas here. It looks like, again, another Muta opening here, but without ling speed. How are you supposed to defend or attack without ling speed? I don't know. Can the Marines get this Overlord before he gets to the high ground? No. He manages to squeak his way on over. And here comes the push from Flash. It's not a big one. It's only 6 Marines. They're coming across the map here. Zergling's chasing that SCV around. Still wants to kill this dude. He's scouting so exceptionally well. He sees the lair. He sees the second gas. He knows what's coming. That is why this attack, I was going to say this attack is coming to probably shut it down. But nope. Flash decides that no. Attacking is not part of the plan right now. Just going to sit back and macro up. Look at this SCV who's idle. That's because workers don't rally automatically. There we go. There we go. Rallying. Well, not rallying. Being manually placed on that mineral field. Academy done for the Flash. Ling's heading across the map. Is this just slow Ling containment? Slow Ling harass? Again, pretty good against unupgraded Marines without Stim or anything else. But Stim is on the way now. From the Flash. That has a Kakaru. Dang it, you guys! Keep trying to see that thing, but it keeps flying into the fog of war, which is on, because I was told that's what you want to do. Okay, yes, Kakaru. Done. Kakaru. I remember seeing this thing when I first got Brood War. I was like, Brood War is so cool. Different map palettes, different critters like the Kakaru. It was great. Good memories. Good memories getting the Brood War expansion. And, oh, the Lings are sneaking in while the army is away. Ling's getting right on top, getting the ComSat station. What on earth? All right, target fire down the ComSat station. Actually can't quite get it as there are fire bats now. And SCV's fighting here too. So that went really poorly, actually, for EffOrt. He didn't get any damage at all. And guess who's here now? A lot of Marines. Lot of Marines. They've got the Stim. The +1 attack is on the way. All that's here are 3 sunken colonies, maybe. One's going to finish. Another one's going to finish on... What is that? Is that evolution chamber at the front here too? It's time to go, Flash, and he is. So he's delaying here by putting the evolution chamber in the front. The 3rd sunken colony can end up finishing. Is he just going to defend with 3 sunkens? I don't know if that's enough. And I'm sure that is enough here. But you know what? Evolution chamber builds pretty quickly. 9 mutas. There we go. That's what EffOrt is trying to get to here. Is the 9 mutas off of the 2 bases. Evolution chamber, actually, that is a good strategy. I like it. Goes up in the front. Messes with the pathing of the Marines, allows time for the Sunkens to get up, allows time for the Mutas to get up too. And everything's cool. And everything is totally, totally cool. That a bunker at the frontier for Flash. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And the Mutas say, I know there's a Marine army out here somewhere, but I don't care. I'm going to go do some harassment. Some harassment down at Flash's base. Already has a missile turret done though, mind you. Remember the dude inside the missile turret? He's just spinning around and around and around and around. No, they're not harassing. They're looking for this army. They're looking for the army. Okay. Trying to mouse scroll slowly. Not really as smooth as it is in the StarCraft 2 client. That's okay. These are pretty nifty little scrolls in and of themselves. What is that? Marine attack range coming in here too, allowing the Marines to attack with +1 range upgrade. It's not a huge upgrade, but it's good. It is very, very good. In fact, mutas, all right, so the Marines don't want to engage here, then perhaps I will try to engage out here. But double missile turret and a bunker at the front and 2 at the back. He really knows this is a major investment of Mutalisks for EffOrt, and he's not going to allow it to do much. Can they sneak in? Oh, they can. They're trying to pick off Marines so the Marines can't box them in when they get back to that mineral line. I think that's what this is. A medic is down too, actually pulling Flash's army home, which is really good. Really good for EffOrt here. Taking some damage, though. That range upgrade is done, which means the Marines can hit these guys from even further of a distance than they could before. Mutas are starting to get bled out one by one by one. There's only 5 remaining, 4 remaining. And is he going to win this battle? The question is no. He's going to retreat with his remaining Mutas, which I think is 3. Yes, 3 of them. One of them severely injured and gets on out. So kept the Marine count low. Killed a couple SCVs, too. Not a major victory from those Mutalisks, but allowed time for the 3rd base to get up here for the EffOrt. Haha. And a Hydralisk in production for EffOrt now, too. Flash is working on +1 infantry armor. He's working on medics and Marines, an additional barracks and an engineering bay for the upgrades, and a machine shop for tanks. He's doing all the things you want to do as a good Terran player. But at this point, I mean, Flash is kind of contained on 2 bases, but I said that in Game 1 and Flash 1 anyway. He doesn't really need 3 base. As it turns out, he will come kill you with Marines and medics and maybe some firebats, and you will wish you were dead. But this time, Lurker Aspect getting started a little bit. No, it's just as late. If not later this time. For EffOrt, Lurker Aspect is just now getting started. Speed for Zerglings is just now getting started. And we're going to have Marines with +1/+1 very soon. Yes. Yes, we will. Very soon. +1/+1 Marines with stim and medic support. These poor mutas are just delaying is what they are. They can't kill this. They're trying to keep the Marine count down while at the same time forcing the Marines to not attack his stuff. Because right now there's really not a lot defending the third base location. There's a creep colony on the way. There are some mutas back here, though. 4 of them. So mixed with this group of 5, we're going to have 9 mutas defending the third. That's not bad. It's real not bad for EffOrt here. Irradiate coming in for science vessels. I didn't see that in game 1 at all. So game 2 seems to be a bit more of a longer style game here. And again, I promise to keep my eye on that minimap at all times and make sure we catch all this stuff. Make sure that we catch all of it. Siege tank research coming in for the Flash, for the Zerglings. Irradiate, gonna be for the mutas too. Mutas flying in while the army's away. Free tank possibly. Does he want to get the tank? Yes. Well, he got some fire on the tank. That might have just been splash damage though. Missile turret firing, Marines firing. This muta control is really great. Out of EffOrt here. He's trying. He can't kill. Oh, good to radiate. Split. There's the split. This guy gonna die, but free science vessel. Ooh. Trying to juke as the science vessel and doesn't. Oh, is gonna get chased into the missile turrets. That was really good for a missile turret, or for a science vessel that was gonna die anyway. That was pretty fantastic. They're out of flash, but what else do we expect from this guy? Seriously, best Terran player of all time for sure. Mutas, Lings, doing the flank attack on the backside, killing more Marines, trying to kill this tank. Can they kill the tank? No, tank is protected by the Marines here, but the Marines are just kind of attracted to these mutas too. 4th base is now done, whereas we're still on 2 for Flash, man. We are still on the 2 for Flash, which is not to say that Flash can't still win this game, because obviously he is very capable of winning any game he's in, no matter what the situation happens to be. Lurkers, lurkers burrowing in, and Flash does not want to engage. No engagement here. Tank sets up. Can the lurkers take down the tank? Yeah, one of the tanks is going to die. Muta's trying to delay. Oh, the Marine massacre, though. The Marines are eating it right now. The radiate. Well, there's the detection anyway. You don't need to scan because obviously you have a science vessel and tank range is real good. It is definitely longer than a lurker. Scourge trying to hit this thing, but nope, not going to happen. And all the lurkers are going to die. They're going to take some Marines with them. Mind you, woo, that last hit especially very, very good. But reinforcements pushing in from Flash. He wants to get a... I assume he wants to land his third base here, but no, there's no gas here. I don't know that he does. And this looks like more of a macro hatch for EffOrt. Anyway. All right, lurkers burrowing on the ramp. Stabbity, stab. Oh, there's the irradiate. Did I hear 3? Burrowing. They don't do the splash damage to their neighbors, but they still absolutely die. Is the problem with irradiate versus lurkers. See, getting out of the ground. This is going to be our bloodbath location, you guys. This is the place to see who's going to win this thing. Lurkers burrowing on in. Lings trying to get a surround on these guys before they can flee, and actually doing great there was EffOrt. Might we see a game on my channel where Flash actually loses? I don't know. I don't watch these games in advance. I don't. But EffOrt's looking real good. Again, he's got the 4 base. There's nothing really going on in his 4th base, mind you. Flash is still on 2, and this is fine, but it is time to expand about 12 minutes in. Going to expand just north of his main traditional 3rd base location, it would seem, for this map. Science vessels out. Marines out with +1/+2. That +2 is the attack. More lurkers. Scourge trying to get them hits off. Oh, you missed! What? I don't think that was even a dodge by Flash. It was just a straight-up miss there. More irradiate going on. Lings trying to roll on in. These medics are actually a little bit vulnerable, getting torn apart. That is probably one of the more gruesome death animations in all of StarCraft history, is the medic death animation where all their limbs come off and their heads and they're just blah. Ugh. I don't want to be a medic in this game, that's for sure. Hive on the way. There's that win condition that EffOrt is going for. Really, really wants to get the lurkers. Obviously has the lurkers. Wants to get defilers. Wants to get Dark Swarm. Wants to get Scourge. Did take down one of the science vessels with the Scourge there. Lings rolling in. They don't really... I mean, do they care? I was going to say, maybe they don't care. Pulling back another irradiate on the lurkers. Yeah. There's just so much irradiate. The science vessel count is getting really, really high for Flash, and that's going to be a major, major problem for what EffOrt is trying to do. The scouting science vessel. The scouting science vessel going to absorb these Scourge hits? No, the Scourge are too smart for that. Too smart for that. APM about 400, hovering around 400 for both these players. 11 lurkers on the way, adrenal glands on the way to make those cracklings, which are so very, very fun. Further upgrades for the Marines, and I would say for the fire bats, but there aren't actually any fire bats. So we're going to have +3, +2 here pretty shortly for these Marines. And third base is landed. Fourth base now coming in. Flash says, if I'm going to expand once, might as well expand twice, because why not? Because why not? Defilers aren't out yet. Defiler round isn't even done. I assume he's been scanning and checking this thing out here. Scourge, trying to fly over. And this third base is under a lot of pressure right now. But nope, Flash does not like the situation. He's retreating. There's your Irradiate, actually, on the Zergling. Uses it against the Terran Marines, though, very, very nicely there. And Flash pulls back. Flash pulls back from that third base location. Doesn't want to assault it anymore. Decides to head on home. So Scouting Science Vessel took some damage from something. Maybe Hydras. Maybe Scourge did hit it. That'd be a waste of Scourge, though. I'm sure EffOrt would not be happy if that were the case. Yeah. So we're going to get a big picture here. This is just, I love this. It's so good. And it's rendering in full time. Sure, a couple lurkers died there. Pushing down. Is there going to be a flank? I don't know. Lurker stabbing through. This is a lot of lurker, but going forward anyway is the Flash. I don't know about this. It's coming at it from a concave, though, which is very smart. You don't want to stand in a line. You want to come at it from all angles. Defensive matrix on this little Marine. Look at him go. Rah, rah, rah. I'm going to absorb your lurker shots. And yes, you'll start to hurt me, but not before you die. Oh, defensive matrix to Marine is a hero. He is a hero, and nice assist there from the Science Vessel, too. So, yes, Flash does win that one. Again, the upgrade's really playing a big part in that thing. +2, +3 has completed for the Terran player. Defiler on the way. Or Defiler on the way. Defilers in production. Consume on the way, more particularly. And, yes, there are the Defilers. So, some more lurkers just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Doing pretty well, taking out Marines, but also getting killed. And here comes a really big attack into the natural base of Flash, and a Ling attack distracting him up north at the same time. Is this actually going to do a lot of stuff? SCVs getting pulled, lurkers getting burrowed right on top of these guys. What are the upgrades on these lurkers? +2 armor. Oh, goodbye, all the bunkers. Gonna try to irradiate all of these guys. And you know what? The lurkers did get removed thanks to the Marines, thanks to the Science Vessels with the spotting. And suddenly it's 121 to 77 supply, where Flash has that lead. Plague coming in from those Defilers on Flash. Cracklings running around, trying to make themselves useful. How are they doing with that? I don't know. They got +2, +1, and the Adrenal Glands upgrade. Their attack speed is kind of disgusting right now. You know what? Juke in. Oh, Flash just has units everywhere, though. He's got units everywhere. Another attack coming in, and Zerglings trying to attack that natural base, possibly. I like the multi-flank harass. The multi-pronged harass out of EffOrt is just not really accomplishing a whole lot here. The attack on the natural was big, but really killed just some tanks and a bunker. And some Marines there, too. Defiler consuming off these Zerglings. You can technically consume off of an Ultralisk. Consume off of an Ultra if you want. It's not really encouraged, though. It's a really waste of an Ultralisk. Speaking of which, any sign? Nope, Nidus Canal. There's your Dark Swarm. Another Dark Swarm keeping the Defiler alive. Very nice. Splash damage is what can do the work in here. That's why Archons are good. That's why Firebats are good. That's why tanks are good in this situation. But single target damage stuff like Marines, not too fantastic. Here come the Science Vessels, though. Hey, everybody, you're gonna die, especially the Defiler. So Defiler decides, gonna throw down some Dark Swarms before I die. Nope. Completely dead. And the Ling Highway of Dark Swarm was not able to be completed, and then everybody is toast. Is there anything in the Dark Swarm? Nope, there's definitely not. Another attempted Dark Swarm attack up here in the North Base location. Another Dark Swarm. Scourge getting target fired down. The Defiler does get irradiated. Tries to pull back. I mean, there's no, you can't recover from this. It's just an instant death. Not instant, but it is a death sentence is what it is. All right, Zerglings, Defiler. Maybe trying to get in and attack this natural base. Big army in the north here for Flash, though. Just created hatchery for EffOrt in the north. And it looks like he's going to lose it. Sure, there's a couple Defilers here with the Lings in the Dark Swarm, but is it enough? Look at just the dodging. Look at the swarm dodging out of Flash. He's like, I'll just sit out here, and if you want to come engage with me, you'll die. How's that sound? Not bad. Oh, irradiating one of the Science Vessels to run it over. To run it over. The Ling splash damage again is not negated by the Dark Swarm. Drones going down here too. What an absolutely killer maneuver out of Flash thus far. These units need to do something for EffOrt. He's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. Every way that it comes in and tries to help gets irradiated right now. It is just not looking good. Looks like he's waiting for this Dark Swarm to finish before pushing in. There's one down, and second one possibly down too. Yeah, just science vessels. I guess we can do whatever we want. Juke, juke, juke. Taking some hits. Oh, defensive matrixing. Oh, the science vessels so they don't take that much damage from the Scourge. Flash. Flash, you're so good at this game. 182 to 98 rather. 182 98 supply. Science vessels just kind of flying wherever they want. I guess Defiler trying to join the party. Nope, completely dead. Another attempt at attack up here to the natural base, but so many tanks. So many tanks. There's the scan. The science vessels are out of position, but it doesn't really matter. Fourth base macro hatches are going to die. Drones fleeing for their lives from this location. This attack just ill-fated, man. It is just ill-fated. Flashes up 100 supply on EffOrt in this game. That's kind of a fun little shooting animation. It gets very sparkly right there. And yeah, when your science vessels are in this number and you're feeling this confident with them, that's pretty much going to be a good game. That is pretty much what we're looking at here. Science vessels heading from the north to the south. And just, yeah, we're going to irradiate here, and that's it. That's your good game. Oh, I didn't want to watch the drone massacre. Tapped out, and Flash is your winner. Going 2-0 in this sneaky twofer from Falcon Paladin. Dang, Flash. Just disgusting. Just disgusting what he's capable of in the Brood War. And this point is made in the comments every week. But you guys, they can only control 12 units at a time. 12 in one control group. How do you do this? How do you control a 184 supply army if you're Flash with 12 units in each control group? I don't know. Don't know how he does it, but he does it. But he does it. Whew. All right. So let's go ahead and actually check out the end screen for this one. Skip the first one, sorry about that, but this game was more interesting anyway. Units produced 548 for the EffOrt, lost 425 of them. Flash produced 370, lost 225, and killed 418. Structures raised by EffOrt, 2. Not great. If you're going to kill a Terran player, you really got to make sure to kill more than 2 buildings. Losing 4 there especially is kind of sad. And then resources, gas mined more for EffOrt, minerals mined a tiny bit more for Flash, and spending was actually more for EffOrt too, but just more cost efficient. Was the Flash. Playing under the name www.002. Don't know what that means. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me. Whew. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Where, can you see? Maybe you can't see those. I'm getting Discord notifications as I'm wrapping this up. Anyway, you can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.